Family, let me talk to you real quick. Most people do not lose money in the stock market because the market is bad. They lose money because their habits are working against them. Let me break down the real reason why people keep losing money on the stock market and how to fix them with wisdom, discipline, and spiritual grounding. Everyone knows when it's about money, there is a base, and that is a spirituality. It needs to be understood what time it is before your investment. All right, welcome back to YAT Finance, and please do me the honor. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, this is your home. This is where you want to be. If you want to grow spiritually, financially, whatever it is, please, this is the place. Consider subscribing, sharing, liking, leaving me a message. And of course, if there's any difficulty with finances regarding yourself, please email me, yatfinance25@gmail.com. And I promise, I'll get back to you. I'll personally get back to you. All right, let's dive deeply into this. So the first one is impatience. Some of you plant a seed on Monday and expect a harvest on Friday. No, that is not the game. That is not how it is done. That is not investing. That's gambling with extra steps. Real investing takes time. And the Bible says, let patience have her perfect work. If you rush the process, you ruin the process. Patience is what you need on the stock market. Forget about the turbulence and what is happening. Be patient. That is why I keep saying you need to know what you are investing in. Understand the fundamentals of the companies you have chosen to select. You need to know what's the name of your CEO? What do they do? How long has it been in existence? These are important information you need to know, not just what others are saying online, what TikTok is pushing out, but what your inner conviction is. That is what is important. And if you do not know how to do this, then please, before you invest, may I humbly urge you to contact a consultant, speak to a mentor, speak to someone. That is why I avail myself. Email me. Let's see how we can do this. Not everyone should take on high risk investment. Some should go on the low level because volatility can't be determined. And so it is imperative that in your knack of selection, you are picking funds, individual companies, that rate of return, one, is stable, two, economically, you can manage its fluctuation, volatility, you understand what a company does, and you are willing to stand the test of time. Impatient is one of the reasons why you lose lots of money on the market. The second one is no emergency funds. That means you are investing money that you can't afford to lose. Wrong. Bum, bum. No, don't do that. Don't do that, please. Do not do that. If you do not have excess saved, please, you have no business on the stock market. Your emergency funds is one of the important pots we need to have before the stock market. The stock market will always be there. It's been in existence since ancient days, and it will continue to be in existence. There's been a lot of disasters. There's been a lot of crashes. The stock market is still the stock market. And so it ain't going anywhere. Therefore, I need you to take your time and ensure that pot called emergency funds, it's activated. In fact, I say between 2 to 3 months of your living expenses should be in there. And when we have stability, then please reduce it to 2 months. Between 1 to 2 months of living expenses should be in your emergency funds. Just so if anything takes place, we have a pot to run into. We are not in a rush. Wealth is not built in a rush. It is built steadily with patience. And so this pot, it's necessary. The moment life hits you, a bill, a breakdown, an emergency, you are forced to sell at the worst possible time. That is not a market problem. That is a foundation problem. Before you invest, build your safety net. Even God created the world with order, not chaos. So please, investment and order. What is the order? Your fundamentals. I talk about the pillars. One of the pillars, emergency fund, please. Then number 3, I know you don't like this, but then investing in speculative funds, high risk funds. No. You could be a beginner investor. You could be someone who has been investing for years. Please, you need to control the risk. Of course, you can't really tell what is taking place on the market. But there is something called X and past records. You can check how a company has performed over the years. And if a company over the years has performed 1000%, why are we here? That to me is scary. That is a red flag. Yes, it could be a great and awesome companies. I could name tons of companies that has performed either 1000% in a year or beyond 2000%, 500%, 1500%. Great. Well, you got it. Take it. But really, we are investors. We are not gamblers. Why are you doing this? That money is in for multiplication, but with time. With time. You are chasing the loudest, riskiest stocks because they're looking exciting, but excitement is not a strategy. Some of you are buying companies you can't explain. Like I said earlier, you do not even understand its fundamentals and would never use in real life. If you wouldn't trust these companies with your job, why trust them with your money? If you wouldn't trust them with your next daily bread, why are you putting that bread in that company? Why? Because it's loud. Everyone is talking about, hey, hey, hey. So you jump to it. No. You need to have a principle and a strategy when it comes to investment. You need to follow those who have done it with time. If you do not know what you are doing, I always say you tap into the knowledge or the resources of others who are in the game, others on the ground, doing it the right way. These are the ones you need to follow. Once again, YAT Finance. Number 4, constantly checking your accounts. All right, I get it. I know, I've been there. I used to check my account about how many times in a day I cannot count. But it was a bad practice. So you see, I'm talking to you from an experience. I'm coming from a place. I used to do the same. Now, this is what I was experiencing. When you keep doing that, what happens is, oh, it's going up. All right, click, sell, click, buy, click. No, that is not an investor's habit. Leave the account alone. Opening a brokerage account is one of the first steps to investment. Now, investing into an asset is the next step. The third step, we've set 2 pillars in. So your third, focus on the extras and leave that alone. Let it build with time. The only time probably you want to be checking is when you topping up, you adding up. Or probably you want to read about a company because on some of these brokerage accounts, you are able to read about a company. Or probably in your season of curiosity. I like it. I say to people, billionaires and investors are not really chatting about their investments on social media. They do it under their brokerage account. So an example is what I'm showing you right here. You can see an example of others communicating what is happening. This is a particular account that people are chatting beneath it. Yes, for curiosity, you want to go and read what others are saying. But I have a video coming up that is going to show you some of the great apps I use when it comes to my investment, where the like-minded people are chatting, where the right conversations are being had. Once again, like I said, it's not being done on social media. There are specific places these conversations are had. You want to meet a billionaire, you want to be part of a club of people who are like-minded like you. Trust me, they are not on social media. Follow who know road. Some of you check your portfolio every hour like it's social media. That is what I said. Please do not check it like it's social media. Every dip scares you. Every rise hypes up. And that emotional roller coaster makes you buy high and sell low. Family, seeds don't grow faster because you stare at them. And investments don't grow faster because you refresh the app. Sometimes the most spiritual thing you can do is to leave your investment alone and allow it to grow with time. It's a spiritual practice. It's like me clinging to God. It's like me saying, Father, you are all that I have, and I've got nowhere to go. I don't want to move from your presence. This is how you treat your investment. Lock that investment in there and allow it to grow. Just allow it to grow. I want to be in your presence, God. That is where I want to be. I do not want to leave. Leave that investment alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone, just so we can focus on other things. All right. Following social media hype. This is the 5th one. It's a bit emotional. The reason is because I see quite a lot of people spew things they do not even have an idea about. And if you go beneath their comments, Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. No, stop it. Please, please. When I decided to start investing in the stock market, trust me, I failed at the initial stage. And I do not want you to go through what I went through to learn the right principle and the right practice. And eventually, when I found my pace, I went for wisdom. I went for knowledge. I paid to be a part of boot camp. I paid for others to impact in me. And when I got that impactation, I built upon it. And I sailed through. This is why YAT Finance is here. Once again, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do. We will be breaking down investment practices, the right funds to invest in, right companies to invest in. Others say individual companies, others say ETFs. They are equally good if you know what you're doing. But to me, I like something called diversification. ETF, great. Individual companies, great. But can we combine the two? Can we combine the two? Because they are great and awesome individual companies we can tap into that grows steadily, fast, not outrageous, but then something we can all stick to so we can have a balance. And so personally, I preach diversification. Not just ETF, not just individual stocks, but a combination of these two. For you to have the knowledge to do this, it is not on social media. And believe you me, before any news hits social media, it's late. It is late. Take it from YAT. It is late. Your favorite influencer said this talk is going to the moon. Family, hype is not wisdom. And the Bible says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. Not lack of hype, but lack of knowledge. Please do not perish. Do not perish. The sixth one is no strategy, just vibes. What is your why? Why are you investing? What is the reason why you want to invest? There must be a big why. There must be a strategy. There must be a plan. But the strategy and the plan commences from the why. If your why is identified, then we know the path we need to follow. And when we identify the path, we need to have a plan and a strategy in place. You need to know or tell yourself, okay, this investment is for 5 years, it's for 10 years, it's for 2 years, it's for 1 year. Once we clock in that is a plan. What is your plan? But like I said, the plan starts from our why. If you don't know why you are investing, you won't know what to invest in. Confusion is expensive. Number 7, not understanding what you are buying. If you do not understand what a company does, do not click buy. If you do not know what the company does, do not click buy. Especially if you are investing in the American market, I need you to understand the fundamentals the companies are working with. To top it up, please be curious enough to know who their CEO is. It's everything on the stock market. Trust me. A CEO is enough for a market dropping to rise within just a shorter space of time. Know who the CEO is. Know who their track record has been. Know why they are where they are. Why are they the CEO of this company? What is their aim? What is the future like? When they hold their seminars, what are they saying? Please, if you do not know this, do not buy that fund. Do not click buy, please. And you'll be asking, how do I know this? How do I read this? I have a video coming up showing you the apps that will help you in your investment journey. I'm going to give it all to you. Free. Give it all to you. You are putting money into companies you have never researched, never used, and can't explain. If you can't describe what a company does in one sentence, you shouldn't be investing in it. Wisdom protects wealth, and ignorance destroys it. In all you're getting, request wisdom. and understanding. Family, the stock market isn't your enemy. Your habit is. Fix your impatience. Build your emergency fund. Stop chasing risky stocks. Stop checking your account every 5 minutes. Stop letting social media manage your money and invest with wisdom, discipline, and purpose. Discipline builds wealth. Wisdom protects wealth. And patience multiply wealth. These attributes are what you need to survive on the stock market. Stick to discipline, stick to wisdom, and stick to patience. Once again, please, if you found value in this content, kindly hit the subscribe button, like, and share. As always, this is YAT Finance, and I'll see you on the next. God bless you.